Good morning and welcome to Mornings with Luann and Tim. And Luann is a little under the weather this morning.
Just a touch, not a big deal.
Just a touch, not a big deal.
Nobody will notice the difference in my nasal presentation.
You still look good though. You don't look sick.
It's the makeup, honey. Just saying.
That was funny. We were watching drag queen makeup. Drag queen tutorials on Twitter. That was unusual, wasn't it?
That's got to take 4 days to put that stuff
layers
on.
upon layers, eh?
Well, something I never thought of, and of course makes sense, and I never thought of it till I met you. You have to like pat down and get rid of your eyebrows.
I use Yoo-hoo glue.
Yoo-hoo?
You know the yellow stick glue? Yoo-hoo, U-H-U glue?
How does that come off?
It's water soluble.
Is it?
Yeah, it's completely doesn't harm at all. And you just rub it on your eyebrows until the hairs are all coated, and then you use an eyebrow brush to flatten them down. See, mine are skinny because I'm
from the 70s, eh? So
they never grew back in again?
No, I plucked mine like to a fine line.
They don't grow back in again?
Well, I have to pluck them still, but now I'm getting bald spots.
Oh.
So I have them like down to here if I don't pluck, and bald spots up here. Yeah. I'm waiting for the stuff to come out of my ears.
Are you going to be one of those ladies who, when she gets to be a little bit older, she has no eyebrows left and she draws them on, and sometimes she just always looks surprised?
Yes, that will be me.
So I could draw them on a little high today. Or sometimes they look just really angry all the time.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
My 11.
Yeah. How are you this morning besides
I'm good. I'm awesome.
Lots going on in the news, eh?
Oh my gosh, it's busy. You know what? One of the big stories I have to say, congratulations, because I know she's listening. Green Party leader Elizabeth May got engaged yesterday.
See that?
Isn't that awesome?
There's someone for everyone.
There is, Tim. Hold on.
She was in her 50s, we figure.
Keith, run.
Is she in her? I think Elizabeth May is probably in her 50s.
I would say 50-ish.
That's a nice story. Love can even come in the. Well, love can come in. My grandmother, my aunt got remarried. I think she was in her early 80s when she met her.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's always romantic.
You know what? Love is love, right?
Love is love, Luann.
Absolutely. Speaking of love,
yes.
Charlie Chan has an estranged daughter. Her name is...
Wait a second. Charlie Chan is a real person.
Jackie Chan.
Sorry. I'm like...
Charlie. Charlie's the cartoon guy.
No, Charlie Chan was in the black and white films. He was a detective. Charlie Chan.
Oh yes.
I think he did solve a lot of things in San Francisco and stuff. He was based.
Yes.
Charlie Chan. I'm like, he has an estranged daughter. Well, that's interesting because he's not real.
In my mind, he is.
Okay. So
Jackie Chan has this estranged daughter. Her name is Etta Ng, and she's 19, and she got married and married a Canadian girl. You should see their wedding picture. It's beautiful. Really? They're all both in white.
But Jackie didn't go because she's
Jackie's
estranged.
He's estranged.
I wonder why they're estranged.
I don't know.
They don't get any. Hey, guess what day it is? It's National Pins and Needles Day.
Oh.
Well, you would think, on pins and needles. No, I'll tell you why it's National Pins and Needles Day.
Or when your arm falls asleep or something. Pins and needles?
I hate when that happens.
Too.
Don't you hate the one where you bump your elbow and your whole hand goes on fire? Anyway.
Just like that.
National Pins and Needles Day is called that because in 1937, on this day, on Broadway, a musical opened called Pins and Needles, and it was produced by the International Ladies Garment Workers Union. For those of you who are of our age, you might remember, look for the union label when you are buying a shirt, dress, or blouse.
Yes,
remember that?
I know that, yeah.
You know this somewhere, the union. So anyway, the union...
Our cameraman's going...
Yeah. It was a labor movement. And so it was held at the Labor Stage Theater. They did like 1,100 performances, and it was a big deal. Ladies Garment Workers Union really paved the way for a lot of
awesome.
And it's kind of tragic that this is Pins and Needles Day about labor unions, and Canada Post has been ordered back to work.
And Oshawa's plant has been shut down, the car plant. So labor issues are always in the news, aren't they? Yeah. Coming up in the news, speaking of, I have a clip from the Prime Minister talking about how, everybody's concerned about Oshawa and the GM plant closing down, and they actually were so upset, the workers there yesterday, that they just walked out of the building. They stopped the line and walked out.
You said you heard some people
One of the
crying.
guys was saying everybody's just bawling. He said people are just so in shock.
We were saying, there are some professions, like when you're working maybe in television or in theater, there are some jobs that are not necessarily stable.
Yes.
One of the gentlemen that I saw interview was saying, I'm 30 years in with GM. I'm okay. Like, I'm going to be okay.
His pension will help him.
There are guys that are only 10 years in, and now they're in their 40s, and they thought when they signed up for this gig, these are white-collar workers. Like, there's a lot, I think 15,000, something like that, of them are white-collar.
Yeah.
These guys thought they were set for life. And this isn't like huge bucks. This is like the guy said, you get a job, you can afford to buy a house and put a little away for your retirement. Yep. This is what these guys thought.
And you work your way up, right, with seniority and all of the
Never anticipated that the rug would get pulled out from under them at this point in their lives, in their 40s, in a workforce where are you going to get work in this country at this time?
And, I mean, there's 4 or 5 in the States, so it's not like they could even say, well, we'll go to the States then and work in the industry, because there's 4 or 5 there that are being closed down.
But now, here's the deal. One of the reasons that they said the plant is closing is because they're restructuring, getting ready for these new models of cars that are going to be self-driving, all this, the futuristic stuff. So is it because they're going to be using equipment and machinery to build these new things and not. But this is white collar though.
Yeah, but they use a lot of machinery and equipment now already. But the problem is, I think, is that the equipment is antiquated and it's not designed to build
so they need more
self-running vehicle, for instance. So they have to tear everything out and start again.
But what about all the guys that are in management? I mean, they're just trimming the fat, or I don't understand. I mean, if they're going to be doing new stuff.
Well, you know what? If the plant closes, though, managers are out too. Right?
Okay, you got a point. They're all just going to sit behind the desk and go, what do we do today? Yeah.
Wow, I think I'm going to have a slack day today.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's just, it's a horrible, scary. I was talking to my mom on the phone yesterday, and she said, right before Christmas.
Oh, truly?
Right? It's like, what?
Yeah.
And the Canada Post people by noon today, heading back, no more rotating strikes. They're ticked right off.
I don't blame
They're like,
them.
how constitutional is that we can't strike?
Can't strike. That doesn't seem right. And people are mad at them. It's like, well, wait, what if you worked at a job where you were being treated unfairly and you couldn't protest or make any differences? How would you feel? Well, Canada Post spoiled. They're not spoiled. Look at what they have to, look at the roots. The root sizes are too big. Oh, I'll stop now. Why are we on Mars? If we can't keep people employed in this country, why are we on Mars?
We're
not on Mars, but
we're shutting down plants. We're forcing people to go back to work. Children are dying because of hunger,
starvation,
and poverty levels.
Why are we on Mars?
Why?
How much money are we spending to send things to Mars and drill? Let's go find out why Mars is so cold.
We want to know why Mars is different from
Venus and
Earth, because we were all formed after the same Big Bang. So why is it so different?
We're killing off the planet anyway. Does it matter? Spend the money on environmental causes.
Let's ruin this planet.
Wait a minute. There is no global warming. Donald Trump says it's not real. Still.
But you know what? Let's wreck our planet, kill all our people, and then we'll go take over another planet and do the same thing.
I woke up this morning happy, and I'm just not anymore.
You've never been happy a day in your life. Do you know Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Yes! He wrote
the
musical.
Hamilton.
The musical.
Hamilton. Huge. Well, now he's in Mary Poppins Returns.
The movie.
Yes, I'm so excited. And he plays the Dick Van Dyke role.
Right.
Jack, the chimney sweep.
Jack it is now. Is it Jack?
Yes, I think it's Jack.
They changed his name. It was Bert originally.
He said the hardest scene he's ever done in all of his career so far, and he's done live Broadway productions, as you have, so you know.
Not Broadway, but yeah.
He said the hardest thing he's ever had to do was sing, ride a bike, and toss apples to orphans. He said, I was just like, he said, I was just completely overwhelmed.
I think the hardest thing, probably anybody who played Bert on Broadway in Mary Poppins, or here in Sault Ste. Marie that Lucas Beaver did. You met Lucas. He's the director for Mamma Mia.
Yes.
So Lucas starred as Bert in Mary Poppins, and when you do Mary Poppins, you can buy the rights to all the flying and stuff, right? Like you.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, you pay royalties, and then they actually come to Sault Ste. Marie or whatever you're putting on, and they train you on how to do the flying and the rigging so that Mary can fly. But the trick that he had to do, that was brought from the Broadway musical that you can rent the stuff for, he had to walk up the proscenium arch is the wall that goes around the stage. He had to walk sideways up the wall, turn upside down, walk along upside down, and tap dance while hanging upside down on the proscenium arch, and then walk along and come back down again and land on the stage.
How did it go?
Brilliantly, but you have to balance. If you think of it, you lean the wrong way, you're going to go over backwards. You go this way, you're going to go forwards. He had to find just the right balance. It's all core strength. It was amazing to watch.
Oh wow! I wish I'd seen that. So
never mind tossing apples while riding a bicycle and singing. Try walking up a wall and tap dancing upside down, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah. Wham, wham, wham.
We have a good show today. We're talking about ski safety.
Are we good?
Yeah.
All kinds of skiing, like cross-country and downhill?
And downhill. And I didn't know this. The Ski Patrol, you'll meet the gentlemen, it's 4 seasons now. They are involved. They're like the Sioux Search and Rescue, but for trails and stuff. They're actually involved with hockey games. They're going to be involved in the... I know. They're like a sort of a St. John's Ambulance kind of team that should go all these different events, and they're there for safety purposes, not just on the ski hill.
And 4 seasons.
4 seasons. So like hiking trails, but also events that go on all year round. They can be there to help out.
So they're going to be here with like safety tips and stuff?
Yeah, safety tips. And tell us more about the organization and the volunteers who work for it.
I didn't even know it existed.
I know. And then Nevin Buconjic is on to talk about a funding forum with the Economic Development Corporation and all the great work that he does. And maybe we'll even plug his book while he's here.
Okay, let's do that.
And you have the news.
I have the news, and there's so much more. So stay with Mornings with Luann and Tim on TV. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim. You guys are dressed up for the weather, that's for sure.
Here you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Bring on the snow.
I can't wait. I get one too later on.
Yeah.
This is my friend Jeff Arbus, and this is my new friend Ken Pister. Hi, Ken.
Hi, Jeff.
Or is it, you say Pister?
Pister.
Pister.
Yes.
I'm Tim. And you guys are from the the Canadian Ski Patrol
Sault Ste. Marie Zone. Correct.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about Ken. What's your position? Are you the president?
I'm the president for Sault Ste. Canadian Ski Patrol, yes.
Can you tell me a little bit of the history of the Ski Patrol in Sault Ste. Marie Zone?
Ski Patrol in the Sioux has been around since, I don't know, probably going 50, 60 years or so. Canadian Ski Patrol itself, just a couple years ago, celebrated our 75th anniversary.
Nationally, yeah?
Nationally, we're a national organization of volunteers.
All volunteers?
All volunteers. We provide advanced first aid and rescue to injured skiers, snowboarders on the slopes and trails across Canada.
Right.
Our roots are with the skiing industry. However, in the past few years, we've developed more into a year-round, 365-day advanced first aid provider.
Which really surprised Luann and I to hear that. We had no idea that had happened.
No, a lot of people are not aware of the Ski Patrol or what we do.
There's your little logo.
At the SR, you'll see that.
Oh!
Outside, you'll see this.
At the GFL.
Okay.
That's
So
the
that's
GFL
right.
Memorial
Sorry,
Guard.
the GFL.
So
It's hard
yes,
to keep up.
we do. Besides the Ski Patrol now during the winter, we do our special events such as all the Greyhound games at the GFL Gardens.
You guys are there.
We're there. We do the concerts there. Rotary Fest we do. Relay for Life. Upcoming in February, we've got the 2019 Ontario Winter Special Olympics. We're the first aid provider for that.
You're the what did you say you are? You're the what?
The first aid provider
You are
for that
the
event.
whole
Yes.
Olympics, Special Olympics.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
How do you get these gigs?
People call us up and say, hey, would you be our first aid
No
provider? We're
kidding.
trying to get our name out there, yes.
Wow. Well, you're obviously doing a good job because right now you sound like you're everywhere.
We've done in the past, the Carroll World Hockey Tournament was here, the Under-17 World Hockey Tournament,
Yep.
the
machine
Pinty
races.
Grand Slam of curling tournaments.
Curling tournaments?
Yes.
Anywhere where somebody could be injured, you're there.
Anywhere where Canadians get out and play, we're there.
That's brilliant, Jeff. It's volunteer.
It's all volunteer.
And there's a membership fee, but what do you get for the membership fee?
Membership
this is
fee,
cool.
you get your training in advanced first aid, not just regular, basic, but advanced first aid, good right across Canada.
So you get your certification.
Get your jacket.
You get that for your membership fee? Oh, but you have to earn this,
loan.
right? Like
Yeah,
you have to
you
work.
have to earn it. Yeah, it's a lot of hours of training, and it's really intense. And you come out of it feeling confident and working with a great team of people, all highly trained, and with mentorship going on for new people, and a great experience.
Is the training, is it a combination? I mean, do you do some online stuff and some hands-on, or how do you train the people?
We train online, we train hands-on, lots of hands-on. We'll go out on, we've been out to Searchmount already once. We'll be going back out again for more training. And then once skiing actually starts, we do the on-hill training as well.
Have you been out there yet? Because I guess they must have had some nice snow to begin with. It's been a little rainy recently, but was it? Have you guys been out there? How's it looking?
We had our field day out there November 10th. They started blowing snow.
Did they?
That day.
Wow.
So this is going to be one of the earliest openings for them, which is we're looking forward to.
So, talking safety.
Yes.
Tips, things you can recommend. I mean, that's what you do, right? So give us some tips
absolutely,
there, Jeff.
some tips. Well, any outdoor sport requires dressing for the weather. That's a really important one. So
hypothermia can kill.
Dressing for the sport as well. So if you're a downhill skier or a snowboarder, we highly recommend the helmet. We highly recommend dressing in clothing that's going to keep you warm but also dry.
Dry is important.
Right? So, dry socks, having a change of socks for later in the day. If you're a cross-country skier, you might want to take care to prevent frostbite as well.
See, I spilled some coffee on my shirt earlier, and Jeff had said, if you'd had a second shirt, because he always thinks safety.
That's right. Always safety. We don't want you to burn yourself.
No.
But we know how to treat that.
Yes, you do treat burns too.
Yes,
we do.
Being able to communicate with your safety team, letting people know if you're a cross-country skier, letting people know where you're going to be, especially if you're alone, skiing alone. Which trails are you going on? So that if you don't come back on time, we go out and find you and bring you back.
When you're snowmobiling, there's a lot of things you should know about snowmobiling too, like probably having some stuff in case you get stranded, maybe having a little emergency kit, right? Is that a good idea?
Yeah, certainly do. Now, a lot of snowmobilers would be picked up by Sioux Search and Rescue, but we also, for snow machine races, we have provided first aid and wearing, again, the proper clothing. If you're off in the bush, having safety gear with you, be able to start a fire, having shelter.
Cross-country skiers can have a little pack with some stuff in it to keep you. Is that a good idea?
That's a great idea because then you can stay hydrated. Right? You can carry water, and that's another really important thing.
Hydration.
Is hydration when you're skiing. Ski within and snowboard and ski, whether cross-country or downhill, within your skill limits. If you want to improve, take a lesson.
Right.
If you see a restricted area, don't go in there.
Right.
It's restricted for a reason. If it's closed off, it means somebody knows there's something dangerous in there.
If you haven't skied the moguls before, don't just go to the top of the hill and try it without ever learning how to do it, right?
Get someone to show you how it's done, And you know what? A lot of our
Start snowplowing on the bunny hills, people. Don't skip a step.
You're going to see these when you go out.
Alpine Responsibility Code.
Yeah.
And the cross-country Responsibility Code. Oh, look at Garrett can do these for us on this camera right here.
And you're going to see those, and
So these are posted?
These will be posted, and read them. Take a moment to read them.
Take a look at them.
See
10 and safety tips all the way along.
Always check your conditions. Right?
Stay in control. People ahead of you have the right of way.
Yeah, try not to cut off.
People ahead of you have the right of way.
Right.
So when you're skiing along,
you can see them. They're not going to see you behind them.
That's right. Don't ski up behind them and cut them off and scare them.
So in addition to first aid training, we are concerned with injury prevention and safety, and that's why we wanted to come here today and talk to you. We really do encourage the use of the helmet.
Is it, when I put my helmet on, is it similar to when you wear a bicycle helmet about the sizing, that you need like certain fingers and stuff? Are there ways to properly, did you know my head size? You did a really good job of choosing this helmet for me. We're very familiar with each other, Jim.
We're pretty trained.
You know that I have a big head, that I've got a big ego and a big head.
Yes. That you can pull down.
Wait, how do you do that?
Just stretch them down. Yeah.
Oh.
Now,
this is quite comfortable.
How about
Quite.
that?
And it keeps nice and warm.
I'd like to go, I used to ski, you know.
Well, we're waiting for you. I think you'd be a good snowboarder.
I'd like to go back
too,
on. No, snowboarding I can't do, Jeff. I need independent legs. I can't slalom ski on the water. Do you guys ever do water skiing?
Tried it once.
I can ski on two skis, but slalom I cannot do, so I can't snowboard.
Well, see, you'd want to take a lesson, not take a chance.
Snowboarding lesson? Will you teach me? Do you snowboard?
I ski.
You ski too, eh?
Yeah.
So these guys are going to keep us safe. And if we want to find out more, you have a Facebook page and a website.
Yeah.
Tell me those, please.
Canadian Ski Patrol Sioux Zone on Facebook.
Yes.
Skipatrol.ca.
On the website.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to thank Ken Pister, who is the president of the Canadian Ski Patrol Sault Ste. Marie Zone, and my friend Jeff Arbus, who is a member of the club. But you don't call it a club. What are you? Or association?
A patrol.
He's a member of the patrol. We'll see you on the slopes, gentlemen. Thanks for your service.
Thank you, Tim.
Guys, if anybody's interested in joining and getting a membership, they would go there too.
Contact us through
Because
Facebook.
it's volunteers, and it's always good to be trained in safety. Yeah. So stay with us. Luann has the news next on Mornings with Luann and Tim, right after this.
And welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim. What an interesting segment.
How's my hair? I had a helmet on. Do I have helmet head?
Yeah, you do.
Fix me.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
I want you to walk around looking like a goofy goof.
Am I okay now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is National Addictions Awareness Week. Luann, it started today, November the 26th. It runs to December the 2nd. There are 4 key messages this year that Addictions Awareness want you to know. Addictions affect all walks of life.
Yes.
Does not discriminate. Recovery is achievable and possible. Choose your words wisely. Words matter. And the cost of addictions affects all of us. All right, so those are things to remember. And we also have the Grab Hold Fashion Gala coming up. I'm emceeing it.
Oh, good.
It's this Friday evening at the Machine Shop. The event includes cocktail hour, silent auction with donations provided by local artists and New York designers. We have New York designers coming up. Now, these aren't off the rack clothes. These are like designers from New York and Toronto.
Really?
Yeah, a formal dinner, entertainment, including the fashion show, dancers from Studio Dance Arts, live entertainment by the band Killer Hooks, all hosted by yours truly, Timothy Murphy. And this is going to support this is Canadian Mental Health Association, which of course also deals with addictions. And just some things you might want to know: that mental illness indirectly affects all Canadians. 1 in 5 people in Canada personally experiences a mental health problem or illness. Approximately 8% of all adults will experience major depression at some times in their lives. I personally take medication because I suffer from depression and anxiety. We're trying to break the stigma. We all deserve mental health, ladies and gentlemen. According to Statistics Canada, 10 to 20% of Canadian youth aged 15 to 24 are affected by a mental illness or disorder. 10 to 20% of our youth. There are stressors going on in the days with youth today that we never had when we were growing up.
No, it's completely different out there.
Just take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and always be aware that if you're not feeling well, you can always talk to somebody. CMHA has walk-in clinics that they run every Tuesday. Absolutely. You don't need an appointment, just show up. There are self-help lines, there are suicide hotlines. Talk to a friend, talk to a family member. Communication is so important. And we did have a draw. Some lucky winner is going to be going to the Grab Hold Fashion Gala. The tickets are valued at $150. So this is a $300 prize package, and the winner is Kimberly LeClaire. Congratulations, Kimberly. We'll be in touch and let you know how you can pick up your tickets, and we'll see you at the Grab Hold Fashion Gala this Friday at the Machine Shop. As I say, tickets are still available, so contact Canadian Mental Health Association for more information.
And you get to see him, Kimberly.
To see me.
How much fun is that going to be?
It's going to be
a great cause.
Truly is, yes.
It is, yeah. And I think that education is such an important thing because, people feel like there's still a stigma associated with mental health, and there shouldn't be. So, like Tim said, if you need some help, if you need to talk to somebody, call someone. There's so many services out there that can help you. And if you're afraid to call somebody, even talk to a police officer and, tell them, I don't know who to go to, and, I'm embarrassed, and there's always something that you can find to help yourself.
And also, don't just think about addictions in terms of somebody who's on the street sticking needles in their arms.
Right.
There are addictions to gambling. There are addictions to food addictions. There are alcohol, all kinds of substances and behaviors. So just be
open-minded a little bit.
And don't think that please don't believe that addicts are bad people or deserve what happens to them. Nobody deserves to be lying on the street, dying because they can't get the help that they deserve.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some sad news, just real quick.
I'm sorry, what happened?
Oprah's mom passed away.
I wonder how old she was, do you know?
84.
Oh, well, she had a long life, and she must have had a good life.
Yeah, I would
Oprah
think.
As a daughter.
Yeah. And she passed away on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, that is sad.
So yeah, they weren't estranged, but they weren't close either.
Really?
Yeah, she didn't talk about her mom a lot. Her grandfather raised her.
That's true. I remember that now.
Yeah.
'Cause she grew up in poverty in Chicago, right? I believe.
I don't know. I don't recall.
Oh, no, she moved to Chicago. I forget.
No, one of the southern states, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. So the mom kind of had the dad take over. So maybe there were issues with mom at the time. But yeah, unfortunately, she passed away.
You say, oh, she lived a long life, but the truth is, no matter how old a parent is, whether they're 60 or 160, when they go, it's always difficult.
It's horrid.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. We have news coming up.
Yes, we do. And then Nevin Buconjic is here to talk Economic Development Corporation and a funding forum. So we'll be back with Luann in the News right after this. Don't go anywhere. Mornings with Luann and Tim. little pretty piano music in the snow scene. I liked that.
Very pretty.
Okay. Breastfeeding in public. I have no issue with that. Do you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want people to be crazy, silly about it, but
silly? How would be crazy, silly? Like, psh,
well, crazy? Yeah, that, or being very, like, just plopping it out there, and there's the way to be discreet is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, all right.
Yes, but I have no issue with that whatsoever.
I wonder if it's because I'm gay that I don't care about boobs.
Probably. I'm just thinking.
Like they're just
yeah,
it's just
they're feeding
flash.
their babies.
I mean, that's what they are. They're just like what I have, only they're a little bit bigger. I mean, man boobs don't turn me on.
Although yours are getting pretty big.
Stop
too.
it. Now, the point that I'm raising is this. I think that sometimes women, just by being a woman, people.
We're marginalized.
People like that googly eyes. They get all googly eyes and they get these ideas in their heads. I was talking about how when we used to do an evening at La Cage in Toronto, we always had one gig where we go to a nudist colony. They have them, and we would perform there. We would always wear our clothes, and the audience would be clothed. But we would get there, and they'd be wandering around the pool or the common areas, and they'd all be nude.
Right.
From senior citizens to children, completely desexualizes the human body. Which is, I think, is a really healthy thing.
No doubt.
Because then, if you don't do that, you end up with, like this young lady, her name is Mackenzie Parsons, St. Thomas University in Fredericton. Look at that outfit. See anything wrong with that?
No,
the gym did.
She
was told her crop top was too distracting to wear to the gym, and she was told that she could not wear that any longer. It was too distracting.
Some women work out in sports bras.
They had to apologize to her, and they have a very clear-cut policy now of what. So isn't that ridiculous? This is the whole thing. Like sexualizing the human body to that extent is just, to me,
and she's trying to be a positive person. She's working out. She's getting healthy. She trying to make sure her body looks good, and that's what she gets. She gets kind of shot down for it. That's brutal.
I know.
That's terrible.
And and yet. I go to the gym, and I wear those little, I wear my little Speedos with my little, and no one seems to complain. No. They all run away and scream.
Yeah.
And
laugh. They're laughing out
loud.
Their
retina burns out, but
their retina burns out.
They don't say too distracting. They say no. I get the gym to myself.
Yes, I bet you too. You know what? Speaking sort of along those lines about image and how important it is, I was watching some footage on one of the entertainment shows last night about Aquaman. It's a movie coming out.
Okay, and he must be a superhero.
Yes, Jason Momoa is the main actor. He is Aquaman. Okay. So they had the premiere in London, England, and he came onto the red carpet dressed very much like the Aquaman.
Really?
Like leather, very like heavy clothing on and stuff like that. And Amber Heard is his co-host in the movie.
Co-star, yeah.
Co-star. And she had on this lovely green dress that almost looked like leaves. And then she had this thing on her head.
What was it?
I swear to goodness, it looked like a bathing cap. Seriously. I was just like, wow, you're gorgeous. You have a beautiful dress on. You have lots of people helping you. Who told you that looked okay? And she actually said to one of the interviewers, because one of the interviewers said to her, "Oh, that's it. That's different. I've never seen anything like that on the red carpet." She goes, "Yeah, it's my bathing cap. It looks like comes right down like an old-fashioned bathing cap."
Is that it?
Look at her.
Oh, so she's trying to be aquatic.
I get it, but you know what? The dress is aquatic. You don't have to put a bathing cap on your head. We're not that stupid. It's called Aquaman. We figure there's water involved.
Did you ever wear a bathing cap?
I did.
Did you?
When I was little, yeah. My mother made us go to swimming lessons.
Yes.
And all I remember about it is I was freezing all the time, and we had to walk from my house to the public swimming pool. My mom doesn't swim, so she wanted to make sure all her kids were, swimmers. At least we could survive in the water. And I used to have to wear a bathing cap.
Did you wear the bathing cap to walk to the pool?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I remember Susie Barber's mom, Peggy Barber, had the most outrageous bathing caps, flowers.
Yeah, some of them are hideous.
Yeah. And then Mrs. Kelly, Marg Kelly, she had a bathing cap that looked like human hair in a bob. It was like a wig on a bathing cap. But it was kind of cool. It looked like her own hair, and she was swimming and it was a bathing cap. I wonder if they still make those things. That's fun.
I wonder. Go find one.
Okay, I'll wear one on the show.
All right, yeah.
I'm going to Google it and see if I can actually find one of those bathing caps with hair on it.
I'll leave that with you. Please stay with us here on Mornings with Luann and Tim.
Nevin Buconjic.
Right.
Talking. Hi, this is Nevin Buconjic. Tell me your title again, Nevin.
I'm the Manager of Trade and Investment with the Sault Ste. Marie Economic Development Corporation.
And you have an event coming up that's so popular, it's already sold out, but we're going to talk about it anyway because there's more coming up and we want to talk about the services that the EDC provides. Let's start with the actual event that you're here to talk about.
Sure. So I'm here to talk about the Invest Sault Ste. Marie Funding Forum that's happening tomorrow afternoon at Quattro. It's a really exciting opportunity for businesses and organizations in the city to learn about the funding and financing options available to them.
So what you're doing, this is an amazing thing. So you're bringing together 9 different organizations that have different funds available for different reasons for businesses, for entrepreneurial concepts, for developing businesses, for businesses that are already up and running, right? Yeah. All kinds of funding possibilities. So rather than a business owner or somebody who wants to start up a business, rather than trying to run around and Google search and do all this stuff to find out where there's money for them, they can come to the forum and they can hear these 9 different
they'll hear from 9 different organizations in the city, so including the Economic Development Corporation, the Innovation Center, the Business Development Bank of Canada, we've got the Community Development Corporation, we've got Sault College Employment Services, Social Enterprise and Entrepreneurship Partnership, I think I'm missing a couple here.
You can look to your
the
notes.
Millworks Center for Entrepreneurship, and the Rural Agri Innovation Network,
as well as the City of
Sault Ste. Marie.
I'd never heard of. Okay, the Rural Agri Innovation Network.
Yes, that's actually a program of the Innovation Center, but it is agricultural based, and they have funding available to do projects in the Algoma region.
What's this one? Millwork Center for Entrepreneurship.
That's a division of the Economic Development Corporation.
Okay.
It's down at the machine shop. I'm not sure if you checked it out.
Sense.
Exactly. So they have summer company, starter company, different programs for entrepreneurs.
We had some of the youth from the summer companies on the show, and I know a couple of them for sure have gone on beyond the summer program, and they're actually running their businesses.
That program's been a launch pad for youth business in the community for over 20 years.
Amazing.
And there's a lot of great examples where the entrepreneurs have continued on.
So the concept here is that each of these presenters, pardon me, is going to be given 15 minutes, you said, right? To do their presentation. So as an audience member, you get to hear about the potential that they have to help you out.
Exactly.
You can hear where you might fit in.
Right.
And then you have the chance after it's all said and done to go and actually speak to these individuals and visit their tables.
Exactly.
And get more information.
Yeah, so each organization has 15 minutes essentially to pitch to the audience what they have to offer, some of the particulars of the programs and what qualifies for the programs, and then there's networking involved as well. So you can actually meet the person who may be taking your application or assisting you to get that funding later on.
This is the second annual?
This is the second annual. It's bigger and better than the first year. So we've sold out at 90 seats.
Wow.
And next year we'll continue to grow and look at having more people.
I was saying you might have to go to a full day. Because right now it's 1 o'clock till...
Yeah, it's 1 till 4:30. Right. So there is actually a limit on how many speakers we could have.
Absolutely.
And we ran into that where we had a few that wanted to participate.
You had a waiting list, you said, for speakers.
So we'll continue to grow this event.
You gotta love the fact that there's people who have money to give that are waiting to give it out. They're lining up to give you money, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, they all have mandates to, disperse this money and help the community. So this is a great event.
And the other thing I wanted to talk about was if you couldn't get to this event, the reason that the Economic Development Corporation exists is specifically for this purpose. People can come to you and say, I have an idea, I have a concept, I need help. where do I turn?
Exactly.
So if they can't attend this event, that doesn't mean you're not going to get some funding. You just need to come make an appointment to go and see Nevin and the gang at the Economic Development Corporation.
There's myself, there's John, there's Millworks.
John Fabrero, right?
Yes. John will be speaking tomorrow about some of the examples of the funding we've helped local businesses to get. John works a lot with industrial clients and larger businesses in the community to leverage funding for business growth, for exporting development, for expansions. We've seen a lot of success, and we have the experience too. We know which funds are available, and we know how to access that funding. So
Northern Ontario Heritage Fund, they're not going to be represented at this one, are they?
They're not at this one.
Okay, but you have a lot of knowledge about what they're funding.
We're familiar with the programs, and John specifically will be talking about a few examples of funding we've leveraged.
And the NOHFC is one area where it's great for arts, local arts, tourism, that kind of stuff. I believe that they do arts funding through the NOHFC, Northern Ontario.
I believe so, yeah. They have a variety of funds available, including job internships as well.
Right.
So Sioux College Employment Solutions will be talking about some wage subsidy programs.
Oh, really?
And throughout the day we'll be talking a bit about the internship programs. Federally, provincially, there's a lot of options available to local business.
And more and more I'm hearing, Nevin, about people who are staying in Sault Ste. Marie, young entrepreneurs coming back to Sault Ste. Marie.
Right.
It's sort of the smaller businesses, more niche businesses. It seems to be the wave of the future.
It is. I think we are seeing a lot more niche businesses. Online businesses,
right?
You name it, and
which is great.
There's a ton of support in this community.
It's great for a place like Sault Ste. Marie, where geographically we sometimes are seen as being a little bit too out there. But when you're talking about online,
right?
There's no limitations.
There's no
to what
barriers.
You can do.
There's no barriers. And actually, in the north, we have some specific funds available only to us. So
only to us because they're making up for the fact that we might be geographically challenged a little bit, right?
Exactly.
I just want to mention, actually, Nevin, you know what you're talking about. You are the author of a couple of books.
Yes.
Tell me the names of your books. I know you've been on the show talking about them before.
Yeah. So I've been in the small business and entrepreneurship scene for over 20 years, including my own businesses. And so I've launched 2 different books over the last 6 years. My first book was 25 money-making businesses you can start in your spare time.
Yeah.
So it sort of aligns with the latest buzzwords, side gig, side hustle, because I'm used to bootstrapping all my businesses. So I talk about those opportunities. My latest book that came out in August is Starting Your Own Business, The Entrepreneur's Guide.
Excellent.
So I'm really excited
and we
about
can check those out where?
On Amazon. They're available everywhere.
Nevin Buconjic, thanks for your time. It's always a pleasure to see you. Give my best to your beautiful mother and your brother. Say hi to them for me. And we'll be back to say goodbye with Luann after this on Mornings with Luann.
Thank you so much for joining us this Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday tomorrow.
I know. Thank goodness it's Wellness Wednesday because today I'm surrounded by illness. You're sick, the cameraman's sick, everyone's coughing and touching me, and I'm all germy.
I'm not touching you. Don't you fret.
I'm going to go have a sterilization process.
Yeah? You mean like a shower for a change? That would be awesome for the people that work with you.
I'm just saying. Mean to me.
Just throwing that out there as a suggestion. Have a lovely afternoon.
Whoa!
Right? Have I been telling you?
See you tomorrow on Wellness Wednesday on Mornings with Luann and Tim, and I'm going to go and put on some pit stick.
And I hope tomorrow is shower day.
Just kidding. I smell lovely and fresh. See you in the morning.
Thanks for watching. Have a great afternoon.